everybody. Jason back for another movie review. This time, trying to get through Jason X. Um, it's not as bad as Jason Goes to Hell. I'll throw that out there. To me, Jason Goes to Hell is not my least favorite. But Jason X, to me, is up there with that one as well. Came out in 2001. And I do gotta just share a quick story real quick. I went to the theater, had no idea what the movie was about because I didn't see any previews or anything. I just went in there knowing, oh, it's a Jason movie. It's got to be better than Jason Goes to Hell. And I walked out on this one. Because I just was disappointed. I didn't finish it. I did go back a second time to watch it. And since then, I have only seen it one or two times, honestly. I got this DVD, and I got the Blu-ray that comes with that set. So basically, it starts off... well, first of all, okay, I thought Jason went to hell. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's 2008, 2009 time frame, and we are shown Crystal Lake Research Facility. They have Jason's body. He's all tied up. And I got to give it some credit. In the beginning of it, it had high hopes. It looked really good. They're in there. They're trying to figure out, how he keeps regenerating himself. He will not die, and they're just trying to research, this thing that Jason has, so maybe it can help the army out. I think it was, the military out. Well, anyway, a group of scientists or army generals come in, and they want to transport Jason to another facility. And there's one girl, I can't remember her name, honestly, on the top of my head, but she says no, and, no, that's not a good idea. And long story short, Jason gets loose. He kills everybody except for this girl, and she ends up wanting to freeze him, cryogenically frozen. She wants to do that to him. Well, she gets him in there, and he takes his machete and stabs her, and that leaves a little gap in the door where it's frozen. And so she's injured, and so she gets frozen as well, just like he is. Well, then we're flashed 400 years in the future. 1 second before I even get into that. God. 400 years in the future. That's my first problem, first of all. Not that the timeline in this series has really made any sense, but 400 years, okay, whatever. We'll move on. So it's 2455. By this time, Earth is a wasteland. It's dead. Nobody lives on it. But there's a group of kids. I don't know what you call them, but they end up going to Earth to study it. And they go to the Crystal Lake Research Facility, and that's where they find both the bodies of Jason Voorhees and this other girl. Well, they take them both onto their ship, the USS Enterprise, and oh, wait a minute, sorry, it's Star Trek. They get into their ship that reminds me so much of Star Trek, and I love Star Trek, both the series and the movies, so there's just a big Star Trek in my head, when I think about it. And they revive the girl. The good thing about 2455 is they have better medicines and stuff like that. So they do revive her, and they revive Jason. Unfortunately, when they revive him, he gets up. One of my favorite kills. My favorite kill in this movie, and one of my favorite kills of all time, actually come from this movie, and that's when he freezes her head, and when she gets out there, it's frozen, and then he smashes it down. To me, that was a great kill, and I got to give props to this movie. In fact, this movie, it had the biggest body count of all Jasons. So, not that it means too much to me. There were some good kills, some non-memorable kills. And by the way, I'm not even going to go over who acted in this. Besides Kane Hodder, Kane Hodder was Jason in this one. This is his last Jason film. But the rest of this cast, they're really unknowns. Honestly, it's a Canadian cast. But I can't even go over who's on there. So basically, the reason why they even made this movie, this piece of crap movie, and I just go throw out there, to me it's a piece of crap. I know some people like it, but I just don't like the whole spaceship thing. You spend way too much time on a spaceship. That's pretty much the whole movie. But the reason why New Line did this is because apparently the script wasn't ready for Freddy vs. Jason, and so they figured, while the fans are waiting, let's just throw out this, whatever. And apparently they had multiple ideas, and this must have been the best one that they had, and that's why we got it, because they weren't ready to give us Freddy vs. Jason, which is what the fans have been waiting for the longest time, honestly. So like I said before, boring characters. You don't really care about them, honestly. You don't care whether they live or die. Unlike some of the characters in the previous films, you do actually you care for them, and you get to know them. And as Jason's on ship killing, you find out there's also a group of army guys who also are on ship, and they want to take him down. Excuse me. And I gotta throw out there right now that Jason in this one looks horrible. Probably, I don't know if I want to call it my worst Jason look, but first of all, he's back to being kind of a human Jason. He's got hair, which we've seen him before in the past, but now he's got hair again. It's like, it's like they just left Kane Hodder's hair there and just slapped a mask on him. It's like, okay. But I mean, seriously, I know each film is going to look different, so not too big of a deal, but they spent more time on Uber Jason, which I'll discuss in a second. Let's see. So basically, there's some killings going on, and they kill Jason. I don't even want to get into how or what, but somehow some type of machine turns on, and then magically Jason reappears out this door, and he looks brand new. I mean, it's what they call Uber Jason. He's got like a silver mask, and I do like this look. This look matches the 24:55 time frame, so I do like that. This look, but they spent so much money probably on this look that they just overlooked everything else. Honestly, one of the better parts in this movie, in my opinion, was the virtual reality scene where he's back at camp, and that's the reason why I like it. I mean, there's nothing else more to it, but you get to see, I believe, the sleeping bag kill. And remember, this is all virtual, so it's not a real kill, but you get to see Kane Hodder's favorite kill, the sleeping bag kill. And then you realize, it's virtual reality, and he sees everybody on the ship, and then he's back on the ship. Basically, the ending of it, there's an explosion. Jason's out in space floating, going towards the ship, and then magically another guy in a spacesuit grabs him, and they float away. He saves the day, and he's flying towards a new Earth, is what they call it, New Earth. And you notice that it looks like Crystal Lake is what they're doing. There's a couple of people down there thinking they see a star going down there that lands in the lake, and then it floats down, and you notice it's Jason's silver mask floating down, and that's the ending of it. Do I like this ending? I like the fact that you could put them on a new Earth, and it pretty much looks the same as what it would be. But they could have had him on this new Earth earlier on in the in this movie, and it would have probably been better. Less time on the spaceship. That's just my honest opinion. Not much more to talk about this, honestly. So out of 5 Jason masks, I give it 2 out of 5, and I'm being very generous. It's somewhat watchable, and that's only because I just got done the other day reviewing Jason Goes to Hell, and I can watch anything besides that, and so I'm going to be generous and give it a 2 out of 5 Jason masks. Do I recommend it? No. Watch the first 8, skip 9. If you're curious again, you can watch Jason X by all means, but just I don't think you will like it. There's some people out there that like it, but yeah, I'm just giving my honest opinion here, so it's all right, right? All right, well, that's it for now, and hope to come back to you with another installment of the Jason series. Hopefully it gets better than this. I know the last 2 have been me ranting on these, but hey, this is my review. I'm just giving you my honest opinion, and everybody has their own opinion on it, but when I watch these last 2, this is what makes me go through it. Everybody you have a great day, and we will see you next time for Freddy versus Jason.